can't be persuaded to still believe, they are not going to have an open door communication with you anymore. And this is what's so dangerous about these religions. Even at good churches that don't do these abusive techniques, they love questions. They enjoy teaching people how to debate and how to evangelize. There's still this underlying vibe of threat. If you ask the wrong questions, or if somebody who isn't a Christian can't be persuaded to become this right kind of Christian, communication ceases to exist, unless it's the goal to evangelize this person. Questions are only allowed if those questions bring you closer to God or lead you in the direction religious people want you to go. If it doesn't, our way or the highway. And I have 7 churches of extensive research and attendance to back up my beliefs of these issues. My own parents have been thrown out of 3 churches for teaching biblically accurate information, even though now it's pretty toxic. But they were thrown out of 3 churches in Alaska. No, 2 in Alaska, 1 in Montana, for telling teachers and pastors that what they were teaching was not biblically accurate. And my parents were right. But now that I look back, what they wanted to teach wasn't much better. And when you're taught not to believe your own inner voice, don't trust your body, trust God, this is toxic behavior. If a man told a woman to not trust her body, not trust her inner voice, not to go to any other source but to him, we would call that person a domestic abuser. Why does God get a free pass? If anybody but God was doing this, people on social media would call for this person's resignation and imprisonment for coercion, manipulation, and abuse, which is illegal in the United Kingdom. But God gets a pass because you can't put handcuffs on on air. The whole problem with this scenario is there's a power imbalance. And when one person has all the knowledge, but can't even agree within those highly educated environments, what good is a book what good is a book that causes scholars to hate each other or cause such strife? If a book can't be easily understood and is the love letter to humanity, then the problem are the authors of it, not the people who struggle to understand it. And if Christians claim God wrote the Bible, he did a poor job. I mean, I've read classics and I've watched social commentaries that are easier to understand than the Bible. And it's ridiculous. Like, who in the world thought writing the Bible the way it is was a good idea? They should have been talked to beforehand. It's ridiculous. And nobody says anything. And if you want to be taken seriously as the true religion, don't have 40,000 denominations where the masters and educated pastors can't agree. You're an embarrassment. I mean, have some consistency. And I mean, if nobody can agree, what good is the education? Because that's what the members are. They can't agree, and they have no intention of educating themselves. And I saw a bumper sticker one time. Atheists read the Bible on their own. Christians don't read it, have an educated person read it, and then they tell them how to interpret. So basically, they're being spoon-fed an existing interpretation and have no clue if it's accurate, and won't fact-check the pastor either. I don't know of anyone in any church that fact checked, except my mother and father. Because if a pastor or a person in position of authority retires, they have misconduct, or the church pushes them out due to somebody no longer wanting to be in a popular opinion, it's toxic. And churches get fractured because of that. If you can't confront or criticize an authority or an institution, it's a dictatorship.